Hi guys, this is Miss Doctor, and in this video we're going to talk about Dave Ramsey. Guys, if you're new to this channel, please make sure you subscribe and give me a thumbs up if you like this video by the end of it or middle of it, or even now you can give me a like right now. So let's just get on with it. And I would also like to hear about your opinion. I really want to know what you guys think, because as we know, if you ever read a book about money, you might have heard his name, Dave Ramsey, and his baby steps. So there are 6 baby steps, 6 core steps to get out of debt and basically make money work for you. Let me just talk about that. So the first step that he's saying we should do is, first of all, to have an emergency fund. You might find this quite interesting because obviously he helps people to get out of debt, but still the first thing that he wants to do is to build up money on the side without ever mentioning paying off the debt just yet. Why is that? Why does he do that? Well, basically what he's recommending, he's always talking about $1,000 to save up as an emergency fund in case of emergencies, of course, if anything happens, to use that as a little cushion for yourself so you don't have to use further debt if anything comes up. If your car breaks down or anything comes up and you need to use money, then you should use that emergency fund. First of all, he always talks about $1,000. So that's what he's been saying in the past 30 years. And yes, he's been around for 30 years. So he's definitely one of the money gurus, and we should not underestimate how many people he managed to help and save from a lifelong debt. I would say that, you know, talking about $1,000 30 years ago and now, it's slightly different. Obviously we can mention inflation, what that money would actually buy for you today and what it used to have bought for you at that time. Let's say a couple of weeks worth of your salary could do on the first step to kind of save up as a little cushion for yourself. And I think that's what he really means by that, to have something on the side just to get into the habit to kind of help you in case of emergencies. The second step that he's saying is actually paying off the debt. So if you have any debt, and most people who go to Dave Ramsey do have a debt, then he offers you a couple of techniques to use. Just in a nutshell, he recommends to use the snowball method or the avalanche method. And the snowball method basically means that you start with the smallest debt to just quickly pay that off, and then that's gonna kind of give you a little bit of a victory, a small success to carry on and then start paying off the larger debt. And the debt avalanche is basically that you tackle the largest, the biggest interest debt first, and then you move on to the smaller ones. There is an argument in the long run how much interest you would actually pay if we compare the two methods, and they found that the avalanche method is slightly better if you look at how much interest you actually pay for the duration of the time when you pay off the debt. But then again, it's not just about that, it's all about the mindset. So if you need that small victory to just tackle, and then the larger debt and the bigger debt and so on, then you might want to choose the snowball method. So this is the Dave Ramsey baby step number 2. He encourages people to actually build a larger cushion, a larger emergency fund for themselves. So far you had a couple of weeks worth of salary put away in case of emergencies. You don't have to touch your credit cards and your debt again. Then this is the time to finally actually build up a larger cushion. So that would be like 3 to 6 months worth of emergency fund. It would really be there for you, you know, if something comes up, if an unexpected situation, you know, happens. And again, you don't have to get into debt again. Dave Ramsey always says that you need to do the first 3 steps in order. You must do that in order. After that, the last 3 or 4 steps, you can do it in any way, in any order, or even at once if you want to. But the first 3 steps need to be done in order. That again is like a mindset to create good habits, to have a better understanding of money and that kind of stuff. So the fourth baby step is actually save up, to get into the habit of saving and investing 15% of your income. So that would be like, you know, at this point you're kind of financially stable or more stable than before. And now this is the time to really deepen those habits and actually start saving regularly 15% of your income and start investing, looking at the different investments, maybe even start a business and save and invest and then really establish a good lifelong money habit. Save up a college fund, especially in America, and of course Dave Ramsey is located in America. People save up the college funds to have their children so they don't have to start their life with debt. So that's like a really good thing to do, that he's encouraging to build up that college fund and really give a good kickstart to your children. Pay off your mortgage early. People's largest debt in their life is certainly, it's gonna be their mortgage. So people buy their family home and it takes quite a long time, sometimes 15 years or even more, 20-25 years to actually pay off that large debt. So in order to save on interest, he encourages us to pay off that mortgage a lot earlier and obviously save money that way. Step number 7, the bonus step, is actually get into the habit to give back, to give to charity. Choose a charity, to find some kind of legacy for yourself and then start giving back. I'm a big fan of Dave Ramsey, to be honest. I'm definitely a big fan. He did not change his method at all in the past 30 years. Some people's eyes it might be questionable because things, you know, changed, and I talked about inflation earlier, so you know there are little things that could have been tweaked a little bit, but anyway, if you help so many people, I think any kind of baby steps or any kind of structure in people's life is great. So I'm definitely a big fan of Dave Ramsey. The only thing as well, it's quite a rigid system, so it doesn't have that kind of wiggle room or even personalization. So it doesn't take a lot of things into account, whether or not you have children. I mean, $1,000 might sound like a very small amount of money in America or in the UK, but in other parts of the world, that's a large amount of money, and maybe it's totally unrealistic to start step number 1 with that. So yeah, so it doesn't have any kind of personalization in his system. But again, it is a system to follow. So if that is for you and that kickstarts your money journey, then so be it. And I really encourage people to consider that. It's definitely been part of my money journey in a very massive way, and I'm really grateful for that. If Dave Ramsey sees this video, then I just want to say a big thank you for that. And let me know if you follow Dave Ramsey's advice, whereabout in your money journey you are at the moment. And that's it really for today. This is just a quick video about Dave Ramsey's baby steps and to help you guys and just, you know, just invite you in this channel. Let's develop together. Give me a thumbs up as well, please, if you've been around, and please subscribe to my channel. See you later. Bye.